Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harachakodash. Alright, the bonus of the apostles and others like Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings spent to you, hopefully elect out to pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. This is going to be a quick video through the Spirit, going into the image you see on the screen with the plate saying 77EMPIR. And I saw that this morning on the way to school. I told my mother to go to the lane on the right, and so we did. Only to face this, which was a spirit, because we're at the end of this wicked devil's rulership, along with the heathen under him. Whether they played a part or they're actually ruling in their own territory, such as Moab right now with Xi Jinping. And I sent it to the Yakim, and it was really the spirit, because I was thinking otherwise. It's like I was thinking something else. And they also said the same thing. The end of rulership of the wicked heathen. And that was heavy, man. So now the Spirit got me to do a lesson on it. And the number 7 is a complete number, meaning many. So and you see the word empire there. So we're at the end of all these kingdoms, No other heathen's gonna rise up ever again. Alright, only the Israelites are. That's the last kingdom to stand, and will never fall down. So this is the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, and I'm gonna stop at 31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. And what he saw was the great kingdoms that rule the earth. Alright, you had the gold head. Alright, you had the iron legs. Slaki, alright, you had these various things, which are represented. You had all those various metals that formed the statue, which represented kingdoms to come. Because that's how the Lord intended it to be. A movie, in other words. Alright, so he had to have our people fall down, and then we're going under the rulership. But the latter, we're gonna receive the blessings, and the heathens are gonna get the judgment. That's how the Lord ordained it to be so. So verse 32, the image's head was of fine gold, and that's talking about the Babylonian Empire. His breasts and his arms of silver. That was the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medes came up first, and the Persians did. His belly and his thighs of brass. Going into the Greek Empire. His legs of iron, and that's going into the Roman Empire. His feet, part of iron and part of clay, which is modern day, this is divided kingdoms, which is the modern day NATO and EU, man. NATO and the EU. Alright, so as you see, everything's... Alright, so like it says in verse 32, the image's head was of fine gold, but going on in verse 33, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Alright, because everything was of precious metals and very, very fancy and magnifying. But as it got down to the statue, lower part of the statue, everything just got uglier and bad. Verse 34, thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces. And that stone being cut out without hands is Yahushai, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, because that would resemble the last kingdom still standing during Yahushai's second advent. So Yahushai, when he comes back, Esau Edom would be ruling. And that's what we're in today right now. So verse 35, then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. Chaff is just driven away by the wind. That's how the Lord is describing these kingdoms to be when Yahushai comes back. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. And that word mountain means government, because Yahushai's government. It's like the 144,000 government is going to be a great government. Ruled in righteousness. And Yahushai is going to be the ruler over all that, man. And fill the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. And Daniel break it down properly. But going on to verse 44, and in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces of the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power Yahweh Ba'ashem Hoshai made known to the king, which shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Alright, so we got next, man. We got next, and no other heathen nation will be able to, rule over us again. Alright, because after the destruction that's gonna hit the four corners of the earth by way of that thermonuclear destruction, no other nation is gonna have the audacity or the mindset to even stand up and just claim rulership. Or you're not gonna have have my survivors say, all right, I'm gonna be the new king now. No, that's not what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna be in terrible fear for the events that just happened. But we, man, we're gonna take over, man. All right, we're gonna take over. When we get delivered and brought back to our land, what about all the Amalekites? They're gonna start bowing down, man. They're gonna start bowing down. So anyways, with that being said, I hope this video was edifying. The Lord will continue to push, and shalom.